watch Whimsy, like, subscribe, ring that bell. Hi there, I'm Katie, and this is Watch Whimsy, where I review wonderful and wonky women's watches in a variety of price ranges. Today I'm going to be looking at a watch at the bottom tier of my price scale, which may seem surprising to you since I just did that last week with the Stardust watch, which was a piece of trash and was returned to the trash as thus. This watch, however, is not garbage. When I originally purchased it, it was around $75 on Amazon plus a few because of tax, yuck. But now it is discontinued. It is now about $85. However, it is on sale this week for around $80. You will find that watches like this will frequently go on sale on Amazon. I attempted to find out more about the company, but had a really difficult time finding it. If I do another Starking watch in the future, I will certainly find out more about it with more research. That's right, today's watch is a Starking. You may or may not have seen reviews of Starkings by other channels. I know I have, which was why I was interested in purchasing a woman's watch from this company. Most of their watches fall into that bottom tier, and all of the reviews I have seen for them, with the exception of one, have all turned out really, really well. So I purchased this watch. It is the Starking AL0231, and if you ask me for that reference number in the future, I will likely forget it. So you'll have to come back to this video again if you want to find it. I am terrible with numbers. I am horrible with numbers. Constantly am looking them up. Anyway, this watch, while it is in the bottom tier, is an automatic movement. The type of automatic movement is unknown. However, it does run really well. It only gains a couple seconds a day, which is pretty unnoticeable unless you're really stringent about things being exactly on time. I'm gonna get more into the details about this when we switch over to the watch view and when we look at the macros right after the watch view. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So here we are. When I purchased this watch, it was really near the anniversary of my mom's passing, and she really loved the ocean. So when I saw this watch, it seemed perfect, with the wavy lines at the bottom representing water and the clouds and seagulls. It was perfect. You may notice that this is made of the dreaded mother of pearl, which is a material I don't normally like. However, given that this is an ocean theme, I feel it is an appropriate material to use. The Starking logo is used generously in this design. At the noon, you can see it, and at the 1, and at the heartbeat, and on the back, it is there as well. And you might not be able to realize this, I know I didn't until just a little while ago today, that Starking logo is not actually a part of the movement. It's embossed on the design on the inside. Since we're already here on the case back, you can see it is a display case back, which is really hard to look at when you have a bracelet. The rotor is nice and balanced, which is unsurprising to me considering that it runs so well. When we get to the macro footage after this, my husband did some really great footage of the heartbeat that you see there. It's really beautiful. At each indices, there is alternating crystals and gold circles. They're not just gold circles, though. When you get closer, and you'll be able to see it in the macro footage, they're kind of circles upon circles, like laser etched. It kind of looks like a gold record. The material around the case and the bracelet is not rose gold, of course, at the price point that it's at. That should not be surprising. It is actually a rose-toned stainless steel. And the H-links are made of white ceramic. Now, that might seem a bit intimidating to you, but when I got this watch, I had to take out a link, and I did it all by myself, and I had no problems. And it was the first watch I had ever removed the link for. So If I can do it, you can do it. I believe in you. Around the bezel, there are 6 spots where there are lines of 5 diamonds, not diamonds. Not diamonds, because this is a bottom tier watch. There are lines of 5 crystals, which I like because it's not the usual type of bezel where it's all diamonds or no diamonds or, whatever. And also you can see that the case shape is not perfectly round. It is also kind of in that flower of the Starking logo. The crown is a normal crown. It is not a hacking second. So even if you wanted to have perfect time, that would be pretty rough to get. This thumbnail, I swear, is always messed up in these videos, no matter when I put them on. Anyway, it's not a hacking second, so you won't be able to get it perfect, but you'll get it close. And like I said, it only gains a couple seconds a day, so that's not too bad. I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to regular view so that I can show you some macro footage. When you get your Starking, it's going to come in a rectangular box like this. From what I've seen in other videos, all Starkings come in a similar box. This is kind of a matchbox style. So it pulls out, and on the inside, you get like a little manual and a little microfiber. And also, it's a little sizing tool, which is the exact thing that I used to size my watch. And it worked pretty well for a free tool. I was talking about the indices and how there were the circular indices, and I'm going to go ahead and show some footage of that so you can see it. You can also see the Starking logo around the 1, as I was mentioning, a little bit better in this shot than from far away. And there's sparkly crystals where there are not circles. The hands, I really like their shape. And I like the fact that there is loom. I wasn't able to get a shot with my really nice camera for the loom because I forgot, but I did manage to get one with my phone camera. So here you go. You can see it's not like the best loom in the land, but it is decent. And it'll last about 1.5 hours. But this isn't a dive watch by any means. It's rated for only 5 bar, and they also make sure that it's not for hot water. So if you plan on going into a hot tub, don't wear this watch in it. And this is the beautiful shot of the heartbeat that I was talking about. My husband was able to get 2 layers deep into it and then kind of work his way up to the surface. You can see that while the finishing on the inside is not perfect, as you would expect from maybe higher level watches, it is not indecent, which is good for a bottom tier watch. You don't have markings that you're going to see with your naked eye just by looking at it. And I think that's definitely a bonus when it's a skeleton dial, of course. There's no obvious scratches or marks on the dial either. The indices are clean. The bezel is clean. So when someone looks at it, they're not going to think that it's a cheap watch for sure. They're going to at least think it's a nice watch. Maybe not like haute horology, but definitely nice. I would not be embarrassed to wear this on a date or something. I think I actually have worn this on a date with my husband. So, despite its price, it's pretty enough to wear. In case I didn't mention it, the dial size is 34 millimeters, which is a pretty good size for a woman's watch. I actually really like my watches to be about that size, no bigger than 38. There are 4 different styles of this watch. This one, as I said, is the rose tone gold with white ceramic H-links on the bracelet. The bracelet also has a butterfly clasp. As it says in the bottom left corner, this is sapphire crystal. So while it isn't totally indestructible, you're not going to have to worry about it a whole lot. There's really not much more I can say about this watch. It's a good watch. I would like to buy another Starking in the future and do another review of another Starking to see if it meets the same level that this one does. I would put this on a definitely worth it as far as buying it. If you like the ocean and that's something that you enjoy, this is a good watch. I recommend it. That's going to be all for this time. I'll see you next time. Keep on telling time. Bye. Watch Whimsy. Like. Subscribe. Ring that bell.